Hello! So in today's video we are going to be looking at this in quite some depth, so roll titles! Hi, I'm Kip from kiphakes.tv and this is a slightly different video. This is like one of my how-to videos, and in this video I will be showing you how we will clean this. Now this is a controller from my xBox and it isn't working too well. The A button's a bit sticky, it gets stuck down, and also one of the pads just seems to be getting stuck. It's like it's got a drifting issue, but yeah, I don't know if it is just literally gummed up with finger glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart, give it a clean with some IPA and see what happens. Now, I've never taken one of these apart before. I've seen a few disassembly videos, but I've only watched them quite briefly, so this is all very new to me. But basically this controller is disgusting and could do with a good old clean. So yeah, we're going to do that and see what happens and hopefully get it working properly. But yeah, so I think first things first, need to take the batteries out. And I don't see any screw terminals under there. Although it feels like there could be one over here, but I think what we've got to do is get these plastic side panels off, and hopefully there will be something in there to unscrew. So I've got some plastic spudgers and I'm just going to see if I can get into it. Oh my god, all this finger crud. Ugh. So this is obviously quite different from my normal videos. I probably think most of the people that watch my normal videos wouldn't have any interest in this, but you know, might help you one day. I'm going to scratch up this controller too much. It's probably one of my oldest controllers. It is one of my favourites. I know I'm a bit weird for having a favourite controller, but you know. That's looking a bit more apart. There we go, right. One lot off. Put that there. And yes, we've got some screws, excellent. Oh, that's the vibrating motor. Right, and now we've got to do the same thing again on the other side. But look, we've got some stuff to help us now. We know where there are clips. Yeah, this might have come from my Xbox One S that I had for ages. And then I got an Xbox One X and I got some more controllers with that. But yeah, either way, this is probably my most used controller, so I'm not surprised it needs a bit of love. I mean, I was going to treat myself to one of the new Xbox Series X controllers just because they're meant to be quite good. Well, I thought I'd give this one some life, you know, it's good to have. Brilliant, I've just shut all that up. And if you want to see someone a bit more competent dismantling stuff, I'd recommend checking out my mate Vince. He basically just started off life as a guy dismantling stuff for fun, and now he's got like a massive YouTube following, and he still does it for fun, but it is actually his job now, fixing things on YouTube. Well, that's one way of doing it, launching it across the living room, but we are in, and look, there's some screws there and there and there and there. What kind of screws are they? They look like starry type ones. I'll go and pick up the bit in a moment. Right, okay, so let's try and find what type of screws they are. Aha, right, what is that? That is a Torx T9H. Excellent. Now obviously it goes without saying that if you try this on your own controller, you're doing it at your own risk. It's not my fault if you break it. It's not my fault if you ruin it. I'm pretty certain there's a screw behind here that we need to get to. Yes, there is. Okay. That will, of course, make life a lot easier. Perfect. Ah, look, there we go. It's all falling to bits now. Boom! So there we go. The back cover is off. What do we have here? So these are our rumble motors. You've got a big one here for big rumbles and a little one here for little rumbles. And that is that piece of the casing. And this is where we're going to look. Can these come off? Yes, look at this. So, oh look. Yeah, there's definite grime and even Dougie hair in there. So I think these just need a jolly good clean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give these a clean with some IPA. Now IPA is isopropyl alcohol, and it basically is good for electronics because it evaporates really quickly. So just going to see if I can get some of these hairs out with my tweezers, because there seems to be some dog hairs in here, which is pretty gross, but you know, dogs are pretty gross. And then also we've got this A button that's a bit sticky. I wonder if we can get this PCB off. So what's this PCB? So we've got 1, 2 screws, we've got some capstan tape. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So we've got to unclip this guy. Oh, there we go, perfect. Okay, so that's off there. Are these the same screws? No, they're not the same screws. That is our guy. So what is that? That is a Torx T5 to get the PCB off. I definitely recommend getting one of these blue mats if you're attempting to do stuff like this. Just, it makes life easier. Right, hopefully now, he says, the rumble motor comes out. That rumble motor comes out, and this PCB should come out. Has it got some kind of through connector? Aha, right, it does have some kind of through connector. Aha, there we go. Goodness me, right, so this is hooked under here. Right, okay, well look, we've revealed this a little bit more. So that should be good for cleaning. But we still haven't got to the buttons, which are over there. Oh, okay, so we've got some more rumble motors up here as well, and that's what links. Okay, so we free these cables. We go to the other rumble motors. Just gives us a little bit more slack to play with. Perfect. Okay, so we've got a little bit more. That's a bit better, isn't it? So now we can just whiz off these screws and have a bit more access to play with. Because I think that A button that's sticky is going to need a proper clean, so we can get right in there. That'll be super helpful. I mean, I hope I can get this all back together again. Rubbish if I couldn't. Right, here we go. Ooh. Yes! Awesome. Okay, so yeah, there's quite a bit of funky debris in the this bit here. You see, it's a bit gummy. It's really weird, like the layout of it, but okay. So what we will do is we will clean up the board a bit, and we'll clean up these a bit. Yeah, lots of stuff. What else? What else? What else? What else? Do the buttons come out? Aha. So these are our buttons, and this is the point where I don't want to get them around the wrong way or get them confused. But if I take the buttons out, I can give them all a jolly good polish. Excellent. Because I reckon there's, like, you know, a year's worth of finger gum around them. Yeah, it's a bit hard to see on the camera, but definitely not as clean as it should be. So, okay, now we're going to use a bit of this. This is our isopropyl alcohol. You should really use gloves while you're using this, but I'm going to try and keep it off my fingers. And just pour a little bit into the lid and just use it as a sort of dipping fountain. Look, I didn't realise I got two different ends. That's super helpful. So let's just give these a damn good clean. I think that's clean already. Excellent. Right. So yeah, I'm going to speed up through this simply because it's just really boring to watch otherwise. Right, so that's the buttons clean, and I'm just going to clean inside these little holes. Actually, I might. Yeah, the IPA will just evaporate into the air, so you know you don't have to worry about drying it off. It will just self-dry basically. Give the PCB a little clean as well, because that looks quite filthy. Look at that, that's coming up really nice. Yeah, I really found when I was playing Warzone, the A button sticking, I was leaping out with my parachute, and either my parachute wouldn't open, or it opened at the wrong time, and it was really messing up my games. So yeah, we have to get right in these rubber grommety bits to just get all the muck out. It's my first time doing anything like this, so you know it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be you know, like a brand new controller, but it should be usable. So even if I don't use this one as much, you know, even if it's something when we've got multiple people playing, it should hopefully be a bit better. So those are looking cleaner already. I mean, then, as I say, they're not 100% perfect, but they're definitely cleaner. Right, so now we've got to have a little look at these sticks. So I think I'm right in saying that it's actually these at the pentiometers, I think they're called. They're the things that actually do the work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean inside here, and I'm also going to give these a little clean as well. Move it over to the side. It's a nice surface area to clean. Yeah, ultimately I just want to give these a little bit more life. Yeah, it's quite hard to see. Yeah, there's a bit of grub on there. Right, let's do the other one. Just got to try and remember how to actually put them back together. Right, so now we've got to, that's brilliant, right, okay, so let's, yeah, let's just give it a bit of love on the outside of the case as well. Yeah, I'd definitely recommend getting a bottle of IPA. It's really good for just cleaning stuff around the house and getting sticky marks off of things. I used it to get some pen off the table. I'll link to that video. Perfect. Okay, well that's probably as good as it's going to get. So we've just got to try and assemble it the right way. Ah! Lobbing the buttons everywhere. Oh, hang on. Hold the mayo. What is this button here? What is this? Oh, that's the headphone jack, isn't it? Didn't realise that wasn't soldered on. That's just sort of floating around. That seems interesting. Okay, so that is B. Oh, I think these are keyed, so that's helpful. That is very helpful for an idiot like me. There we go. And yep, cool. Cool. Right, so this headphone port, I might give that a little clean as well while I'm here. So it just seems to squish on with the connectors on the bottom. It doesn't actually solder. So yeah, that'll be interesting to try and put back on in a moment. Perfect. Wallop indeed. Right, okay, so right, let's get this screwed down. Make sure all the buttons work. Yep. Cool. Buttons work. So let's get this screwed back in position. Now, as ever with these things, just kind of do it hand tight, because obviously you don't want to squeeze too hard down the circuit board, because you know, it might press in the buttons, not forever, but you know, might make it so buttons stuck down while you're playing, and you don't want that. Right, so sure the old rumble guys are in position. Hopefully this is where it should be as well. Putting this headphone jack back, that's it. You go back, Jack. Excellent. Oh. Just nudge the headphone jack out of the way. Oh, hang on. Got that little wire, haven't we, that came up. Lost that somewhere. Little wire. Really hard to show you, but yeah, I've got to plug that connector into that bit. Excellent. It's looking a bit more assembled now, isn't it? Alright, so we've just got to tidy up the rumble motor wire. Cool. Right, now we can put these guys back on. Good, they still work as clicky buttons. Excellent. That feels fine. Right, okay. So we've got to plug this connector back on. That is back on. Okay, and then we've got some screws to put in. Perfect. Lovely. Wouldn't even know anyone had been in here. Cool. Right. Yeah, let's give this a quick once over. Lovely. That's good. That's better. Lovely. Actually, that is grim. Give that a bit of love. That is much better. I'll give it a proper polish, but yeah, this is looking a lot better than it did. And those are moving a lot nicer actually. That's good. Right, so battery connectors all look okay. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh, I'm really pleased with that. Okay, so we just got to change our screw head over. And get this bad boy screwed down. And then the final screw. Okay, so I should be able to get this back roughly in the right place. So no one would ever know. No, I haven't tampered with my controller. No, not at all. Perfect. Okay, right. So I'm just going to give the outside a quick... That's all right. Yeah, I'm going to give the outside a quick clean with some IPA. And then I'll probably give these a bit of a wipe down as well, because they are filthy. Excellent. Right, so that is roughly about done. So if we click these guys, they certainly go back on a lot easier than they come off, that's for sure. Okay, right. Just give all the buttons a good old waggle. I guess the thing to see that it does actually still work is put some batteries back in it and make sure it lights up. I mean, it should do. Let's see. Well, there we go. Thank goodness for that. Yeah, and it's actually turned on the xBox, so I guess the wireless communication is working as well. So there we go. That is how you clean up your xBox controller to fix sticky buttons and dodgy D-pads. So hopefully that's been interesting for you. If it has, then please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll be back soon for some more vlogging fun. See ya!